Good afternoon and welcome back to the Bowl Scotland 2024 National Championships. We're live as always from National Centre for Bowling in Ayr. So let's have a look what we have for you for this afternoon. Coming up very shortly is one of the quarter-finals from the gents pairs, and then following this game at around about 3:30 is the ladies singles quarter-final. That game will be between Emma Mitchell, last year's winner, and Jacqueline Neal. So players are just finishing off there for this quarter-final of the gents pairs. Representing Gordon Bowling Club is Kevin Donaldson and Stuart White. And representing the Westermains Bowling Club is the Reed brothers of Ross and Elliott. Joining me once again in the commentary box for this afternoon is Colin Noon. Good game here, Colin.
Yeah, I think this could be interesting. You know, I think we predominantly cover singles in most of these things. So I think it's interesting to get a pairs tie, and I think you can maybe get into a little bit more of the tactical side of the game through this. Again, we're on the same rink we were before, so we know from what we've seen that it's very playable. So looking forward to another great game.
Yeah, I think that's quite fair to say. It's certainly playable. I mean, both players in the singles this morning, for those that weren't tuned in, they were playing some really, really good lines. You know, it's always the way it becomes the hardest a little bit, but there's certainly no problem with the lines.
No, it seems to be playing well enough, and I'm sure these players will put on a really good show. The wind is still swirling around the green there, so that they'll have that to contend with throughout. And I know there's a little bit of rain, I think, forecast for this afternoon, so hopefully they can get through this game in the dry.
And if you are tuning in for the first time, gents pairs, it's played over 17 ends. If the scores are tied after 17 ends, then a tie-break end will be played. Just finishing off the second trial ends. Both teams get 4 balls each in each direction, and then they go straight into the game.
And I guess the traditional format of the game, Jason, as well, 17 ends, 4 bowls, no time limits, as opposed to World Bowls, which is now 3 bowls in 2 hours, 15 minutes and 18 ends. Is that right?
Yeah, it's horses for courses, I guess. Obviously, I play out of England, and we play 4 bowl pairs, but we play 18 ends now. So Scotland play 17 ends. 17 ends is more than enough ends to normally separate 2 teams. Trial ends are really important if you are new to the game or you're just tuning in for the first time. It's people tend to play trial ends very, very differently. So for me, it's all about you have your warm up for first. You know, if you've not played today already, it's important, I believe, to get a really good warm up done, stretch your muscles ready. So when you go onto the green, those first couple of trial ends, you're looking for not only obviously just the speed of the green, it's playing at round about 11.5 seconds today, but you're looking for various different lines. Now, if you're playing first, which we call the lead position, I tend to, when I just lead in pairs, I just try and find the best hand or the more reliable hand, really, and I would just normally stay on there all day long unless something drastic happens. Sometimes there's a skip, they play last. They can sort of see it slightly differently, so I was always taught when I played in an event with the great Tony Olcott was to find what the extremities or the boundaries of the rink are. So sometimes it's not just about trying to find the centre of the rink, because if I'm playing with you, Colin, and I know what your bowls do, I can actually just visually look at your 4 bowls and roughly get the line myself. So as a back end player, I could start playing around with what I think are the extreme parts of the rink. So maybe play to what I think would be a displaced jack. So maybe play two yards wide, play one in the corner. Lots of different ways you can play a trial end.
Yeah, you can add a bit of pace. I've seen players practice running shots on trial ends, and I think if you play, whether it's pairs, triples or 4s, and you're used to playing with, you know, another person or another 2 or another 3, then I think often you can just about pick up the pace of the green from your playing partner and the way that they deliver. So I think familiarity is a huge thing when you play team games, and the fit or the net, call it what you will, between the players. So and you may see that today. You know, these are pairs that we maybe don't know terribly well, but you'll certainly see some team dynamics as this goes on, and perhaps the opportunity to see a bit more of the tactical side of the game.
Yeah, I always think it's good to broadcast team games. I think it's good to show the atmosphere, the noise that's within the sport. I think sometimes people see the sport slightly more for older people and a little bit stale, but as the team games come, the interest as well, as well as the noise comes. But the hardest thing is making sure people stay out of the view of the camera.
Yeah, I think we'll inevitably hit that challenge at some point during this, but I think we just need to get smart with the way we use the cameras now, and we have a side camera, so we can switch in and out, and hopefully everybody can still see the game. Pairs is not too bad. As you get towards triples and fours, it becomes much more difficult to manage. But let's see how we go today. These players, I'm sure, won't be used to playing on camera, so we'll rely on our trusty umpires who are at the back of the rink to try and keep them to the side without disturbing them too much. So here we go.
Kevin and Stuart will be playing with the red disc bowls, and Ross and Elliot will have the blue discs on the bowls. A little bit of a loose start. Kevin just overreaching there. He's playing with an Aero Sonic 3.5 heavy. Quite a strong bias bowler, Sonic.
They're certainly finding the middle of the rink, so the lines are there. Well, 1-blue. Yeah, Ross holding the shot after the leads. Ross with the blue Ensolite size 2 Tiger Evos.
I thought they looked a little bit smaller than the others, yeah.
Yeah, the Evo is slightly straighter running bowl, so it'll be interesting to see how that behaves on the rink, having watched, Ian playing with aces previously, and Jason playing with the Tiger.
Also, I find the Henselite Evo a slightly narrower sole compared to the Aero. An Aero is a slightly more rounder ball, isn't it? Play to whatever suits your hand size, really. Anything that feels comfortable is a pretty decent ball to play.
Yeah, of course, and a range of grips these days as well, isn't there? You know, from the plain grip, so basically no grip, through some of the more traditional ones to what we now call the deep groove type grip that you see on all bowls.
Just looking for good pace.
It's the back of the wrong one.
Yeah, just a little bit short, that's all.
3 down, 3 down, Sweden, up 2 feet.
Can you get back to the blue? Can you know?
Oh, well played. That's a brilliant bowl. Nearly turned that away for a 3 or 4.
The Westermains boys are in a touch of trouble here. Needs to stop.
Stop on that. Well played. That's
Wow.
in for shot. That's a big bowl.
That's the winner.
He can follow that down, you know. If he plays down the backhand and turns it away. There's only one down. First end, I'd give it a go.
Yeah. I think I heard him saying hold 5 seconds.
Let's nip this. A lot of short balls to promote.
He may still get a result though. Oh.
2 thin edges and nothing.
Elliot will be desperate to draw another shot.
Yeah, it's looking
Take
a
that
bit
opportunity
lonely.
away. Good weight, he'll get back nearly.
Still there.
Depends how much that white bowl's worth to him now, Jason, doesn't it? Because he could play to turn it down, or he may have a slightly more straightforward shot to get one on the other side and promote with a yard pace.
Yes, the forehand gives him 3 balls, doesn't it? Even a split and follow through with decent pace.
If it's worth 3, 4, 5, then you play down the back. Certainly firmer. Stay out there.
A lot quicker as well, isn't he? Firmer and quicker. Gets the wide line.
Yeah, it's typical of a lot of these Northfield rinks, and when you lift your hand and you go on the drawing line, it just runs straight.
It's quite an unusual delivery there. I mean, most people usually use their free hand as a bit of a steady, don't they? Whether it's just to the side or slightly on their knee or the thigh. He just seems to have it sticking slightly out to the left-hand side there, doesn't he? It just shows you, no one really has the same delivery. I mean, when you look at a coaching side of the sport, there is actually a textbook delivery, isn't that they recommend, that they say is the perfect delivery. But you don't see many people play with it.
No, you don't. And I think if you look at Southern Hemisphere players these days, especially a lot of the younger Southern Hemisphere players coming through, then you can see the coached deliveries. The advantage, of course, they have is that their green pace is generally much quicker than we see in the Northern Hemisphere, and a lot of Scottish deliveries in particular are very much forward body movement, which gives that extra impetus when you're delivering. But you're right, there's textbook deliveries, and I guess for people who are here at the national championships, then you can go around the greens and you can see some model deliveries. Going to call this out, but Ian McLean in particular is very steady in terms of a strong base to push from and a very smooth forward delivery. But there are many examples of good deliveries.
Yeah, the faster the green, normally the shorter the step. Oh, well played. 3 really good bowls there.
One down, still. Stroke a foot. Yeah, we got. Play if you want.
Missed the line again, and the pace. So another chance just to slot another one in.
Yeah, a chance, I think. Missed the light, missed the weight more than the line there. Looks as if it's come back to nearly the middle of the rink.
Just try and get a message down to the players to see if we can slightly stand more to the side.
What do you want to try down there? Inside the bull or chap a line? Or just draw inside it? Either that or because your wrist turning him in. Very good. How far shot's my last one? 3 feet, 2.5 feet. Wait, good. Very good. Very good. Very good. That could have been the road today. Slip inside it.
Giving him both choices. I mean, that backhand is a lovely hand in this direction. Forehand is a free hand. I mean, the line four. I mean, opposition has only got really something just slightly over the pace. Even if he just draws right round.
Yeah, there's no obvious way to tidy that up either, is there, Jason? To narrow the target. So. Yeah, he's adding another here. If he pushes that beyond the jack, it's a good bowl.
Yeah, very good bowl. So Elliott in a bit of trouble here. 5 down already.
Yeah, he found a way the last end. It looks like he might be finding a way here too.
He'll be pleased with that.
Wasn't far off, mate.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Takes a bit of the pressure off, doesn't it?
Certainly does. He's got 2 in the head now, hasn't he? Wants either side of this red ball with good weight.
What a chance to pop that ball out for 3 or 4.
Give it a chance.
2 efforts at this.
It's hard to see.
Just shy of the pace, I think.
That's one way of making one. It's the triple.
Elliott has an almost impossible task here.
Plant doesn't look on from what I can see of it. Just trying to see if there's any other slight connections. It's 3 balls at the back there, so if he can get some form of jack movement will be advantageous. But I'm just
These 2 short deliveries are really hampering him here. I don't think he can attack it in the way that he might like to. There you
just
see
see
it.
there. Yeah, this isn't easy at all, is it?
He has to be cautious because a poor contact here. You know, you can see that both the white and the blue balls are planted out the head. Now, if he gets this wrong and plants one of those out, he's going to leave his opposition an amazing opportunity for a big count. So he has to be slightly cautious, albeit he must be, what, 3 down?
I think he's definitely 3. Yeah, definitely 3 down. He's played 4 short balls this end.
Stuart's got that ball on the backhand side for a few here, hasn't he?
If the lands the plant solid, he could make a 5, couldn't he? I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
just looking if he gets underneath for the short plant, what kind of, if there's any dangerous wobble on that white ball. Because, you know, it's sat at an angle, it looks like it should go to the left and therefore would be okay.
It looks like it pushes clean through, doesn't it, from our position. This is almost a free go at this, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, reach for the big yard.
You lie well, there's not a lot of danger, but you have an opportunity to make more. He's on the area, Jace.
Needs to swing.
Area, sir. Very unlucky.
Like a 3 for red, I think.
3 conceded.
It is, yeah. 3 for Kevin and Stuart. 3-1 after 2 ends. Play 17 ends once again. Lots of different games going on here. 5 greens here at the Northfield clubs. I think you was explaining to me there's 2 bowling clubs that use this facility within the 5 greens.
Yeah, there's 2 clubs play here. There's Northfield Bowling Club and there's Newton Park Bowling Club. Play out of this 5 green complex. Lots coming up in the next few weeks. So next week is the annual Ayr bowling tournament, which has, you know, big entries.
It's been going a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been well supported over the years, and you know, when you look at some of the trophies there's some amazing names on the lists. Entries, if memory serves me correctly, have started to pick up again this year, which is good, and it covers a lot of disciplines, including things like under 16 tournaments for girls and boys and pairs too. Ladies singles, ladies pairs, gents singles, gents pairs, and of course the mixed pairs. So it's a full week of bowls here. The greens, of course, will be well played in after this week. So there's that coming up, and then in the next few weeks also there's the Atlantic Championships here, followed by the European Championships. That takes us right through to the first or second week in September.
Red line 3.
Look at that, mate. Just try and slide the other side you're on. Guard up. Aye, it's up 2 feet, good. Well, it's up to you. What's your right this time? If you try one there, it's up to you. Still bad. You're on.
In for another, just needs to concentrate here, just concentrate on the length, just try and give the skipper a little bit of an opportunity. Something second or third will be pretty good right now. Yeah, well played. That's job done. He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, just they'll settle down. Just to, it's only M3. Just needs to settle into a rhythm now, I think.
Question coming in there about, it was mentioned this morning, but if you have just joined us this afternoon, about how we judge the pace or the speed of the green if you're new to the sport. We judge it on a 27 metre length jack, so you put a jack at 27 metres and then you send a bowl to it, and it only counts if the bowl does finish at 27 metres. So as soon as you let go, a little stopwatch is started, and the minute it finishes at 27 metres, you stop it. The time on the watch then dictates the speed of the green, so at the moment it's around 11.5 seconds. Now that will change during the game. That could be due to many things. It could be due to changing weather, wind of course, and then for those of you that play really early morning, 9 o'clock or evening games, as the dew arrives on the grass, it does get ever so slightly slower. That's part of the skill of outdoor bowls as well. You do have to judge at what point that speed of the green is changing slightly and adjust accordingly.
Is that another one? No. Is that another one? No. No.
Lots of head shaking and cloth wafting this end.
Yeah, you can just see them getting a bit frustrated. Yeah.
Rock that over or drop to the blue ball. Against them. The yard short of them, so.
Kevin and Stuart have just settled and found it a bit quicker here. Westermains guys are just scratching about at the minute.
Effort, mate. Good effort. Miss me. Good.
A little bit unfortunate there. It came back a long way with good pace, but still just the one, but another bowl in the head, that's the key.
It's Elliott's own short deliveries that are actually causing him the most trouble here. Whilst he might be going up with some shots against, it's this first couple of bowls both ways here have dropped into positions that have made it even harder for himself to save.
Yeah, it's definitely hindering, isn't it?
Wait for your ball. Line was good.
We're in a good place. Personally, I'd have played down the backhand, looking to play through the white and the black ball, getting down to the blue ball, turn it away for a 4. But you play to what you think's best.
Yeah, that's why you're sitting here.
Yep. Exactly.
It is on though. I think the risk, of course, is catching the jack on the way past and maybe not quite knowing the hand quite so well might be a disadvantage at this stage in the game. But yes, if you're lying, Jace, you don't need to chase, do you? This is a tough shot.
See? So it was very tough. I mean, last time I saw something like that was a tourist attraction in China. Big wall there, wasn't there? You had to get through a big wall of bowls. Starting to fill up now in the stands. Lots of people there. 5 greens in operation, so there's a lot of people in the complex. Everyone's here supporting their own areas and districts. I always find the Scottish people very, very committed to bowls in general. don't think there's been many events I've been to in Scotland that have been poorly supported. Very keen, aren't they, on their bowls and keen on their districts. It's good to see the following.
They're keen on their clubs. You know, I think that's the foundation of the sport, isn't it? Is club play, and you know, whilst we have very talented players who can play at the top end of the game, then without the club they're not there. And these competitions let club members come and support their clubs, and as you say, what tends to happen is that they come here to support the club, but equally they're here to support their district too, and hence you get the crowds that you get here.
They'll get you into the beer bit. Look out! Great shot, mate. Well done!
Nobody quite taking the opportunity here just yet, so good chance for Ross to just settle things down. It's about pace.
One down, you can guarantee it. You got any connection? Good adjustment. Aye.
Well, both leads struggling for a decent length, playing a decent line. Completely two different sets of bowls. This blue set of bowls here, so a lot narrower line, which means he doesn't have to give it as much green. And then Evo, you can see it's not as far out. He won't go too far as long as he's got a good pace.
Just lacking pace again. So this is a game of singles now, isn't it? For the skips.
Yep.
A yard, 2 feet, perhaps more to draw the shot.
Yeah, you've almost 4 feet, haven't you? You've got 2 feet all round the jack, which makes it a 4-foot target. I'm just wondering sometimes, you know, it's not every day you get to play in front of cameras, is it? I think sometimes that just psychologically plays or subconsciously plays in the back of your mind. I think you just got to try and ignore them as quickly as you can.
Yeah, and they're relatively discreet, I guess, but it's just in your head, I guess they're there, and you know, there's no boom camera going over the top, so it's not too imposing.
Yeah, the cameras behind each rink are all robotic. The centre camera's controlled by a cameraman. It's all about technology these days, isn't it? It's great to see different things being used.
This must have a chance if it's stopping to say hello, is it?
Well played. Great bowl.
One down, last ball. Yard your last. Still looking for that couple of feet, mate. Westermains through, you might find the port.
Even look at the difference in the line in these bowls, Chase. That one's swinging round him out. Great ball.
Yeah, Stuart's playing with a Henselite Classic Deluxe.
Yeah.
That says everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little touch will help. Can you get up to it? Just short.
No, I don't think that's in his way. I think he can play the same ball.
His previous delivery would almost miss that anyway, wouldn't he? So you play as if it's not there, don't you? That's the important thing. When there's a ball like that, you just try and ignore the ball and just play the line.
Narrower this time. Just got it.
Good bowl either way. I'm not quite sure whether it maybe have just sat out, but it's a bowl to sit on. I was wondering whether you just get to it and sit back, whether that will be enough. Very little backswing in his delivery, isn't it? It's all in the shoulder.
Yeah, he's just tucked that one tighter, although you can see that running quite straight there, can't you?
I'd take a chance here, you know. Play the plant or play the other ball straight through.
He's sticking with the dead draw. It's a corner.
One and a look.
Call for an umpire.
So umpire's going to come on and measure this for the second shot. Once again, thank you for joining us for the Bowl Scotland National Finals for 2024. Streaming both today and tomorrow. One more game for you this afternoon after this one. It'll be around about 3:30. That's going to be a ladies singles quarter-final. Defending champion, winning last year, Emma Mitchell takes on Jacqueline Neal. So that's going to be a really interesting game. And then tomorrow we're back with you at 9 o'clock for the semi-final of the ladies pairs. 1 o'clock will show the singles final for the ladies, followed by the gents final for the singles at 4 o'clock. So some real good top class bowls today and tomorrow. Please join us if you can. Caliper measured 2 in, so 6-1 now the lead for Kevin and Stuart. Kevin leading pretty well so far. It's given the skip a lot to play with or against, and the Gordon Bowling Club, as many do. His parents took him as a child to the bowling greens, so he started there. Finally started at 10 years of age. He's not had a year off since, well that's some dedication. Not having a year off. I think I've had 3 breaks in bowls now. I think I've had more returns than a taxman.
Goodness.
His father winning the Scottish mixed pairs title is what was his biggest influence. I think it's fantastic. It's always good when you've got family that play.
That's how most people come into the game, isn't it? You know, most of it's through family, and I think sports having to work harder and harder these days to bring people in from outside the game.
Now that's more like it. Well played. 2 excellent bowls. Only the pace that kept him.
Yeah, just the way he kept that off. Ross getting the opportunity to lay a really solid foundation for Elliot here. Yeah, 3 good. Lead balls already.
Certainly likes this length.
That'll please his son Sam, who's down here watching, and his daughter Ariana, who I'm sure is watching on the live stream at home.
Well, Ross, can you make it a full house? Well, if it runs for cover, it won't be too wasted.
Maybe a shot, Jason. Sounds like more aircraft going overhead.
Busy day today, isn't it?
Yeah.
The airport.
Helicopters perhaps this time.
Well, frames it a little bit more. That'll give him another option should he want to play. Elliott will still just play down this forehand. If he can ideally just slide past the grouping of the 3 blue balls, a foot pass would be good. Stuart's got a chance to attack it on the backhand if he wants to be a little bit adventurous.
I don't think Elliott will be too disappointed if he's over a yard by this head, sitting with the 2 red balls at the back. But he may have got second prize here by blocking the backhand.
Ooh, that's finished very good for him, hasn't it?
I think he has to clear this.
That ball's fell down now at the front. It has, it's tightened it. That white ball's probably right to road for what you want to play. It's the worst. Come on, you get inside it. Aye, you can work on your own. Give that a go. Oh, man. Next time, go mate, get into that. Good. Last one. Yeah, put it in the plane.
Well, he needs to jump that.
Play that, just slowed it in a bit.
He's opened it up again, I suppose.
By the way.
Probably tightened that up.
Yeah. Come on. You can't draw a shot in my toe there. You just go on the outside, you drop inside.
What if I turn the blue one?
Well, that's in for 4 and a bit of a blocker as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Means he has to just play that timed pace round the front. Even if he lands on it solid, won't be too bad as long as it gets into the head.
He get 1 away here, and then again.
Line 4, I'd be inclined just to throw one down the back, just in case he does find a contact on the jab. Yeah, he spotted the danger. He's still down that backhand, underneath the black ball. Good pace, jam the jack and then run through with it.
Yeah, it feels like a controlled weight shot, doesn't it? He's probably looking for a contact to get the best result. This ball will go quickly there, I would think.
Yeah, that front white
So a
ball was
chance.
always a nuisance, wasn't it?
Chance to level the game here.
I told you to get some.
How's your weight, Elliot?
I get back here. I got away with that. Go ahead.
Still the 4. Well, they needed that. That gets them back into the game. Now trail 5 shots to 6 after 5 ends.
Shows you the value of the solid foundation at Leeds, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
And ironic, really, that the Gordon pair could easily have stretched away in the first 3 ends with the same foundation, but couldn't capitalise on it.
I'm a firm believer outdoor bowls, where if you've got a very good, consistent lead, it's always good. I think it's something like, especially on a tricky green, it's almost one from the front, isn't it?
I agree.
If you can constantly just keep putting pressure on early doors and get people just scratching around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I think the sending of the jack is an art form. And how many times do you see people practicing sending a jack? I think I've probably seen it 5 times in 20 years.
Yeah. It's one of those skills that's vital but not really practiced very much.
I think more so on an outdoor green. Indoors I always found it when I used to lead, because it was a heavyweight jack and the pace was almost consistent. I used to find I was a lot more consistent with the jack. Outdoors I thought more so because it's a lighter weight jack on a heavier surface. Sometimes I find it was like almost throwing a paper cup when you're trying to play a full length jack. So I used to practice with the jack an awful lot more outdoors than indoors.
It's like a lot of practice routines, though, Jason. I think even players at the top of our sport, if we ask them, do you have a practice routine in terms of what you do? I don't think a lot of them would have. I think everybody's getting more interested in stats and things these days in terms of how people perform, and I think there's a long way to go really to get the stats correct. There's work to do, I think, on all fronts and what proper bowling stats look like. I know it's probably maybe wrong here, but I think it's probably more advanced Southern Hemisphere in terms of the measurement of it. I think we're probably just trying to get into it now.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of it's probably down to the financial input to the sport in the different parts of the world. To get really good stats, you need really good equipment or really good IT network, and that comes at a cost, doesn't it? And then you need the right amount of people to input, because at the end of the day, it's great having all these systems, but a computer or a system is only as good as the person inputting the information. So that's key as well, getting the right people to do the job. He's just overcorrected. Also still 2 to blue. Look at closing the head down now, getting right on the jack.
Very good.
Well played. That's exactly what I wanted.
Happy with that.
Oh, been unlucky. It's still a super bowl, isn't it? 3 down, nearly drew the shot. Just fell away. I'd probably say the blue ball is ever so slightly nearer. Something to work with.
gap.
All 4 gents pairs quarter-finals are on the same green here, so we'll try around halfway, give you some updates across the green.
Send you out on a zip wire.
Need to be a strong zip wire. Just overplayed, I think.
There you go, mate. Sit that. It's good. Go hold one. Go hold one. 2 feet. Yep.
Slightly tricky for Elliot here, isn't it? He could play a perfect ball and turn that jack round the corner and open it up and give an opportunity.
He just could also crack an egg on the red bowl and just turn his own bowl away. Just putting his foot where he wants the ball. Just here will be absolutely lovely. That's fully allowed, of course, in the sport. You can use your hand or your foot. You're just not allowed to place anything, so you couldn't put a cloth on the green and say play to the cloth, but you can indicate where you want it by using parts of yourself like your hand or your foot, or indicate where you want it, but you can't put anything on the green and walk away from it as an aiming point. Pace will just keep him. Closing in.
Needs to run.
Well, well played. Very well played.
Very well played. Is it going to fall? I don't think that changes it if it falls, does it? Jason, it just jams it on the blue, I think.
Yeah. Just looking forehand running now through the hole. He's a little bit fortunate. There's that front plant as well. I mean, even if he touches the red ball and turns it away, that's saving one, isn't it? He could jam the jack. If he hits the blue ball and jam the jack, it may just go forward 3 or 4 inches. That'll be enough. Red ball onto jack down the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Well, that could be a little bit of a fortune result.
Yeah, not quite sure. They're looking at that plant, but I'm not.
I think the plant's a backup as a plan B. I think the ideal bowl is getting to the red nearest bowl and playing it onto the split of the jack and the bowls. Playing enough pace where if you do hit the front plant, that's sufficient. I think you're looking at probably 2 to 3 yards. It's quite a nice kit, that black and gold, isn't it?
It's smart.
Yeah, it does look smart. Quite like it.
Strong runner. Just feathered away, I think.
Oh, everything just fell away. Didn't really want that front connection on the very front bowls, but to save one.
Or is it one?
So I think it's 1 blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still 1 blue. Yeah.
So 6 all after 6 ends. See the good Scottish flag there, just blowing in the breeze.
Yeah.
Just try and touch your end down or slip it, Kev. Get the white, get the white.
Playing conditions aren't too bad, are they? It's just that every now and again it gets just a little bit of gusty breeze. That's but you can see most players are just stopping to allow that to pass before they play their ball.
Yeah, it does tend to gust on that bottom green a little because it's down a bit lower than the rest.
Great start, fantastic.
Ross he's really picked this up after a bit of a shaky first 3 or 4 ends, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I mean, he's found this way an awful lot better. Big difference in line, isn't there, between the two bowls? I mean, the Sonic is one of the most stronger of the Aero makes, anyway, isn't it?
If not the strongest, is it the strongest? I don't know.
There's one more. A Maxim is stronger than that.
Okay.
Yeah, Maxim. And look at the difference in line there. Look with the Evo, smaller bowl as well, of course. He's played it well again. Crunches the jack. Little bit unlucky.
Probably not too bad because I think he's forced Kevin onto the other side, which is the side they haven't been favouring. So that might work for them.
Aye, draw it. Even if you're a bit tight land against Taz.
Brilliant again. Well played, sir.
It's good leading. Very good.
Base is fine.
That's the widest of the 4 bowls he's played. It's coming back well. Extra pace. That's not finished too bad, I guess.
It's not a bad home, is it? Really, just mixes the back up a touch. Good way, it'll be close. Yep.
There's one with the money on it. Well played. Supporters cheering for Kevin's bowl. Knew he needed that.
Equally as a skip, you'd be quite happy playing to that, Jason, wouldn't you?
Yes, definitely. Nice positive draw, isn't it? Back end outdoor bowls, you're always playing the yard up, aren't you?
He just needs to make sure he reaches here.
Not finished yet. Ooh, nearly.
No worse, really.
They've given him 2 options here. I mean, obviously both are available. I think the open hand, the backhand, the only danger is it's finished ever so slightly wide, ever so slightly short, makes it an awful lot bigger. If he plays a forehand, it's more covered. Just needs to negotiate that slightly short bowl.
He's gone forehand. His line for his ball will be just inside the red. It's just not sent it.
Hope for the bowl or the jack. Nothing for sure.
The red ones, is that not going on to anything? No.
Been unlucky. Stayed in.
I think I'd be too unhappy with that. I think, depending on what Stewart does here, he's maybe given himself a nice opportunity on the other side to sit it away. Important that Stewart's in here. And he is. Doesn't change his play though, does it?
It doesn't. No. Again, it's just slightly reaching, isn't it? If he lands on the blue ball solid, it may just sit back for shot. I'm not sure whether he's got 1 or 2 seconds. Certainly the target.
One maybe 2 down, does it change your shot? On your own.
Lead says 1, maybe 2.
Close.
Brilliant. Oh, brilliant.
He's given himself a chance back on the other side again.
Yeah, he played it with very good pace, didn't he? Don't be short.
I think before he played that, I might have called the other side and just try and turn the jack round the corner a touch, but it's probably not worth it now, is it?
No.
Danger.
I mean, we'll have a look at this. It's line 2, isn't it? Maybe 3. He's just played it so well on that forehand. I mean, playing decent pace on the forehand. That red ball should never be a danger. You play the backhand. The only danger is being slightly tight, isn't it? And turning that front ball twice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. If he tries to play the backhand side to just touch the jack, maybe for 3 or 4, it's high tariff, high risk of playing it.
Anything but tight.
Never moved really.
Good, 2 feet. 2 feet out, please yourself. Good start, Kev. Nice roll again. Settle, go. Settle.
Line's good. What's your pace like?
An effort this is.
Well,
Probably 1 now, yeah.
it's definitely second. On to blue. So Ross and Elliott just sneak in front. 7-6.
It's developing into a good game after a really scrappy start.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there've been some really good balls played in the last 2 or 3 ends. We're just talking about Jack sending.
One shorter, Kev. When you get to that, I slip that.
Kevin will get to choose the length now. Ross will still play the first bolt. If you are new to the sport, the minimum length of the jack that can be cast is 23 metres. Not the shortest length you can play to. It's 20 metres should the jack ever get a rebound up the green. And it has to be 20 metres from the front of the mat.
Well, it's up to yourself. Or just inside, mine's duty has that. Come on. Please, deadly death. Stop.
Tell me you're setting up.
You're still just looking for the man, yeah. Okay, pal. Gently out.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Go down.
Come on, Sam. Tempo the weight a wee bit. What's that, you?
Hurry, boy, though.
What's that, you?
You're in.
Very good, you.
Wait, it's better. You're wet.
You're about slide up, go there. Put 2 seconds, eh?
I know, but I would just go lose your foot.
Just tell me timer down. Giant punch it.
Alright.
3.
Tickle mine.
Right.
Yeah, I did it for
And that's good as well.
Try it.
I don't want the heat.
Yeah. Right. Don't let him get to that. It's good now.
He's just looking for good pace either side of his own short bowls, either inside or outside. Won't be far away.
Aye.
Just try and rip it off the backhand. I just ran on 2 feet.
Right.
Same
Whatever
line.
you plan, Sergey.
Like that. Opens it up now.
Don't come back again.
Testy line for those balls. It's coming back though.
Came back well off the wider line, didn't it?
Yeah.
Played good pace though.
Gotta do it now.
Yeah, because I'd be inclined just to get him to reach here. Any connection surely must make it slightly better.
Yeah, even dropping on the inside to the blue ball was a good result.
Two down. Don't if you want to try and play this. Turn on my end.
Opportunity for Elliot to close this right down here.
Yeah.
If you can drop round the front ones, put one close, it's going to make it very difficult to change.
Yeah, I'd say this was.
There we go.
No, stop there, go. If you could play up there, just sliding you in, you might hit the bull into bull.
Coming down.
Right there, we
Coming down.
just one. If we turn on mine's go.
Yeah, well played. If it sits even better.
That probably makes Stuart's mind up as well, doesn't it? I think he has to follow that through.
I'd follow him
I
through.
think
Yeah.
so. I think before that went in, he may have been tempted by playing just over on the other side.
I mean, that shot is still there. I mean, the trouble is, you're trying to make contact with something, but then you're also reliant on the angle, aren't you? You could make contact with it, get a bad angle, and it's nothing there. He plays down this hand here. He's got ease with the two wider bowls. Sits off that will certainly be a lot better.
Yeah, I think the opportunities on the, if he catches the inside of the white wall, which he's not doing with this delivery, but if he catches the inside one and drops over,
On your way. Drop 2 yards.
it's tough to move. A bit dead weight here, it's good.
Nuisance value.
Still there if you want it. It's in there. Last ball's a shot anyway.
Depends on what they're lying. The trouble is with the situation now is, unless he's playing a lot of pace, any contact is just making it better for the opposition, isn't it? He's just landing on a bowl and doing nothing else.
I wonder whether opening it up here is the right thing to do.
Start. Good.
down. Hurry down. Hurry down.
Doesn't seem to matter how wide it goes there, it comes back.
Still be drawn there. Throw it against five. Take the foot off, you'll draw the one up.
Where is it?
Like I said, I was just asking how many it is.
Yep.
I think he says 4. I'd be inclined to play pretty firm at this, give himself a chance with his last bowl. By playing this kind of tippy-tappy pace, any connection's no good for him.
And I think you've just seen, you know, what happens Northfield Greens here is if you go outside the line, it's not coming down. He's got to go quick.
And they give us an effort.
Oh, he's in the area.
Get something.
That's better.
It's nearly in for second.
Second shot for that. Try and come and see what you
Come in.
Might get away, but get away on any side, eh?
Just seeing if there's any way of just getting down to the bowl, but I just think there's too much in the way. There's an option of a slight drag on the jack, but I was just trying to see how far he can hit it before he actually loses the shot.
The trouble is, Jason, everything on the way in here, that black one's against him, and he doesn't need to lift it too far to give it away. Well, what's he made there?
Hard to tell, isn't it, from this angle? I mean, it could be just the one, it could be 3.
What do you back yourself to play here? Do you play the just over the draw down the forehand side? Hope to lift your own. If you don't, you get the edge of the white takes you onto the blue.
I think it depends on how many it is. If it's just the one, I'd be playing just a nice full draw down the forehand. If it's 3, I'd be playing very quick. Because if he gets the jack in the ditch, he needs to follow rect on the back, but he's 3 down anyway. If he's slightly wide, he's at least removing some of those opposition's bowls, you know what I mean?
It's percentage play here.
You've got to play the pace way. If you land on anything solid, your bowl's going to then follow through. Play it with confidence.
I will lie. If you bring the jack back a wee bit,
Quick.
helps
Get the 3 of them here. Oh, it's just...
That's a bad result.
It'd just still be 1, maybe 2.
Hard to tell, isn't it?
Try and give me that mare, Kate. Turn your own once and you slip back. Find the white scoop.
Probably two at worst.
Wee bit extra, mate. Just slip in here. What's that?
We're just looking for the umpire. The umpire's coming on. During the day we've been mentioning and thanking some of the partners of Bowl Scotland for these national championships. One of them is Gilson Gray. They are a multidisciplinary marking leading legal, finance and property firm. Their team includes accredited specialists, award-winning individuals and lawyers who have worked at the highest level of the profession across Scotland, the UK and also internationally. We've also got Erskine. Erskine are a charity that provides unrivaled support to veterans in Scotland through 4 care homes and veterans villages. They comprise of cottages and activity centres, assisted living and traditional support apartments as well. So they're a very, very keen supporter of Bowl Scotland. So thank you very much to all these partners. It's crucial that we get people involved in the sport. Without them and the volunteers, things just don't happen, do they?
No, they don't. And it's nice to see our volunteers this year actually sporting Erskine branded clothing.
Lovely.
So,
Yep.
nice.
Is that the purple?
Yes.
So N9 of 17. Just 2 in this game. A few people asking for the scores. Unfortunately, we can't see from where we are. We can only see what you see on the TV screen. Yeah, that's a good adjustment.
Good start again. Just one. Two feet. Come on, I've only got this now.
A solid contact will be good. Yeah, well done. Oh, it's nearly fell against the bias. Ross looking for something very similar. If he gets to the red bowl, even if he turns the jack through to the bowl waiting, that would be ideal. It's not far away neither. Unlucky, 1 red still. Great effort. 3-1 at the moment.
Play it anyway. Get to that, good. Right there. Still got a stop here. Pick a hand, you can go back here if you want that 2.5 feet.
Lots of different options here as long as he's just over the pace. It's down a line. How's your fortune? Oh my goodness, suffering. Shake of the head, and quite rightly so. Well, he's just got a chance to get down to the second bowl. He's nearly played this absolutely outstanding. Wow, absolutely outstanding that was. And that's really, really changed things up here because there's 3 bowls waiting for that jack.
and that's good. Okay. Good, yeah. You've done your laugh. Hurry, Kev. Hurry now, Kev. Hurry now, Kev. Hurry now.
Well, they're just checking all available angles. You can just see there's 3 red balls there, look, waiting for that jack. It'll all be pace dependent. It's almost forcing him to play that very difficult just arriving pace. If he can just arrive and just dump the jack a foot, he can nearly turn this 2 down to a 3 up. Too heavy? Well, he's 3 down, but probably a little bit more room with his final 2 deliveries. Well, he's not far away, just needs to bend a fraction. That's not too bad.
Jack, it's jam in between hours. Probably want to get to here. Get that hand on the high side.
So he'll chance this again. Just needs to crack an egg on the front just to release that jack. A lot quicker. What's the contact? Oh, well played, sir.
Almost second prize, but you'll have spotted that was on.
Yeah, wants it nice and thin. Well played, sir. That wasn't an easy shot. I think he was looking for it just onto the jack down to the back here, but that's still a good shot and 1 to him.
Dead draw either side.
Not bent much yet.
It's going to make 2, yeah. Ouch. Maybe not enough.
So a free draw for a pair.
Go on the same hand again. Up to your own bull.
Good effort, pal. Well done.
Keep it, mate.
What's your pace like? Urging it forward.
Needs more. Doubtful. So just while they sort that one out, some scores from the other gents ties on the screen. So on rink 4 we've got Overton and Waterloo leading for Trojan Rose Markey by 9 shots to 4 after 8 ends. On rink 3 it's all tied up at 8 each between Rothy Norman and Camelin after 8 ends also. And on rink 1 Hillside and Kirkliston are tied at 7 after 8. Just see from the scoreboard there that that's moved on a little after 9 ends now.
A couple down, take your arms off, control the shot, on.
She's just trying to figure out which is the nearest, is she, of the two blues. So the first one was the nearest. So she'll now go to the red because she knows that one has to beat that one. It looks a bit closer than the other one. It's just the one to red. So the Reed brothers lead 8-7, going into end number 10.
You may be able to see from the scoreboard the update there on Ring 1, which was Hillside have moved into a 9-7 lead after 9 ends against Kirkliston.
Hurry. Go on, hurry, Kev.
Two down. I don't think you can see used to turn in. What's it? You see your build to turn in on that? Yeah. I'll play that yard.
Line's decent. How's the pace?
Mate, just
Needs a clear road.
Yeah, has done. Yeah, it was the pace, wasn't it, that just kept that one by the front?
That's all it was, I think. Jason, yeah. Also, just be looking to sit that through, perhaps with a couple of feet of pace here, I would think.
Oh, just lifted it into a little bit more of a tricky position. He just needs to go again.
Change of hand coming up, I would think, from Ross.
He's looking to ideally just get by the Jap, but something's looking a little bit wrong with this.
Second.
close. Solid.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was line and length. Very good.
It's finished almost perfect, that. I think if he could have walked up and placed that ball, that's where he placed it.
Yeah, I was about to say before he went to the mat there that these are the heads as a skip in Stuart's position you want to play to, don't you?
Definitely.
If you're stood in Elliott's shoes, this is tough.
Well, he'll keep going again. Just needs to beat the front blue ball. Even if he slides right the way past, won't be too bad.
Good line again. It's going to make this even harder here now.
Oh, that's not a good ball from that. Plant's looking dangerous now. I'd play that plant, me.
Giving this one more go. It's put good weight chasing this. Just above it. It's building up badly out.
Stuart has to cover this.
Here.
Yeah, he has to play the forehand right the way around the bat. So we need a little bit of sports psychology here. Just cover this, because if he plays that hand with a bit of pace, it normally hangs off. Just get into the opposition's head.
Get into someone's head there.
Just try and talk him out. You know, you'd rather him play the forehand draw, wouldn't you, than play the plant.
I think Stuart's played this well. We'd like to be further.
Right, oh dear. Does fortune favour the brave? Even if he's wide of the plant, he can get the black ball back to the black ball for maybe second or third. It's what, nearly 6 down here.
That's how it shaped up early on, wasn't it? Yeah. Elliott always found a way to cut that down. It's close.
How's your fortune? 3 down.
Probably slightly unlucky, but it's better, isn't it? You know, it's not as many.
See from that angle there how close that back black bowl is.
Just looking at that camera angle, I said it was better, I'm not sure.
The only shot Stuart's got with his last ball is backhand with pace off a wide bowl to try and get that flick across. The widest black bowl on the right hand side, I'm just wondering if he plays down the backhand there, and he needs to come off that ball, doesn't he? Can he jam the jack to the left hand side of the screen? I mean, the forehand, he's got a draw to within 3 inches and can be still 2 down.
It's hard to say how many that is.
I think 3.
It could be 3, it could be 4.
I'd play the backhand for a corner of the black bowl on the right hand side there. Now he's playing the difficult draw, I think.
Backing himself to draw this. Body language isn't good there.
No, I don't think that was the right shot personally. I'd have been up at that through the backhand.
Oh. 3.
Tres.
The blue one and then at the back, eh?
So it turns again. Kevin and Stuart lead 10 shots to 8 going into the 11th end. 17 maximum ends played. One more game for you this afternoon. 3:30 ladies singles quarter final. Defending champion Emma Mitchell from Gilmerton takes on Jacqueline Neal from Arthurlie.
You know what I mean? Ah, well, if you want. Aye, probably safer. Aye. Come on, feet, this. No run. Go see him again. Outside that. One down now.
Well, nice clear path available now. Wants it nice and solid, runs with it. Yeah, that'll do. That pleased the crowd.
Sure the noise was for this rink. They were shouting for a different club. Interesting line. This ball may hold.
Not sure what other it is.
It's gone.
Watch, yeah. Aye, just yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a very wide line. How much will that swing back? He's playing with a strong ball.
Drop all the way. It's his pace that's just kept him out there, but that's a good home, isn't it?
Yes, anything past the jack at the moment is not too bad.
Come in, though. Come in, mate. Come in. Not bad. Come and get out. Yeah, we're running.
Nice little wave to the camera there, look. Hello. Chips will be going cold. Could be fish, yeah. Chips and fish. But it's still there for the taking.
How's your line, Elliot?
Don't think the line's too bad. It's pace, isn't it? What's the pace like?
Very good.
Yeah, brilliant. Same ball to guarantee the pace.
A different line. Balls will be swinging a bit more. Very good.
Well played, sir. Where you go, same again.
Jack's surprise, isn't it?
You're still holding.
The only danger is chasing it and playing too quick and holding by.
A bit like that.
Give him much the same. Go higher. Come that blue ball. You're good.
On line.
Always unlucky. Oh,
Framed it, I think.
he'd be a bit disappointed with that. A bit unlucky, wasn't it, really? If it bent another maybe 6 or 7 inches, would have finished really, really well, but can almost wing off that for a bit more effect. You'd be fuming now if he comes off it, wouldn't he? Psychological wise.
Focused on quicker though.
I can't see why he's playing quicker. Well, I'd be still just trying to play that arriving draw. If he can turn his last ball and sit in the way, he's good. Even if he just drags the jack a little bit and makes it a slightly different, say for 2, it's not too bad as well. At the moment, I mean, he definitely needs to take a lot of pace out of what he's playing. But
I think the question being asked there was, should he cover the back? I don't know that he can.
no, I'd look at trying to change something in the head.
It's narrower than his last effort. Doesn't want the jack here. He made 4 out of that. He's probably made it slightly better. I don't think the angle's quite as good off the wide one now.
He needs to learn from his pace that he's played. He's played, with his second ball he played a bit quicker and it went straight. Then he played even quicker.
Yeah.
I think this is where I think you've got to completely change the shot. Just take a bit of pace out of it and let the ball bend in. Even if he stuns off the ball, chap and lie off that right hand side ball is going to be at least in for second, isn't he? Played it well with his first. Oh. Oh dear.
Look how quick that's gone.
I think he was drawing it, was he?
It's a bit of a game changer, I think, yeah.
3 was it?
Could even have been 4. No marker to give us the signal, so we'll have to rely on the scoreboard.
Four it was. Big 4 at this stage of the game. 6 adrift now. I think it sometimes just shows you how you can get sucked into playing a shot, because nothing changed there from that first ball he played. He played a great first ball just arriving, and the head or the angles didn't really change. All that changed was additional shots, and within a slightly wider target, it just sucked him into playing too quick.
And I think what changed psychologically was the size of the prize, right?
Yes.
Because the size of the prize was 3 if you got the jack. But the consequence, of course, is what you've just seen.
Whereabouts is the Gordon Bowling Club? I know there's a place called Gordon, but where is that?
It's in the Borders, Scottish Borders.
Is that Galashiels way? Is that way? Is it?
Bear with me, caller.
Caught you out.
I should know because I looked at this the other night.
I could stay.
Very good effort. Wasn't far away. Either the bowls or the jack is very good.
Yeah, northeast of Galashiels.
I think I'm going to spend too much time in Scotland. I'm getting pretty good at this.
Scottish geography is getting better. Pronunciations need some work, of course.
They've been very kind to me this year. Some easy ones.
This is a big end for the Westermains pair here, don't you? Another couple.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. The trouble is, the longer you leave it, the more you chase a big count, don't you? I mean, you just got to just end by end.
That's a bull. Quick. Just.
Another option. Pace wasn't too bad. Looking to lift the red onto the jack underneath of the blue.
Good here.
That makes it slightly more difficult.
Doesn't really change it. You're still drawing it yourself, I think. Like say, I'm not working it in myself. If you like that, yes. You like that, I even lifting that, or through the gap. Same weight as your last, really. Oh, there you are.
Three turns.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Hold on, his foot's in the way. Get the foot.
Inclined to try and draw another one near and try and set yourself up for that plant. You know, you've got to just try and create something, haven't you? I think.
So
Needs to run a long way.
That'll push Stuart back to the other side.
I think it's telling him to place.
It's dangerous. He gets dragged tight onto the plant, finds himself two down.
Underneath, is it? Aye. What he's doing with that pace.
Stuart's been playing the other side really well too on
He has.
the draw.
Short bowls have been a killer. That shot isn't there now for Stuart. Can he just get to the outside edge of his own and lift it?
I think he has to go back to what was originally plan A, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Andy, well played.
Widest line I've seen him play.
Not a bad effort, just lacking 2 feet probably. Now, how brave are you? Probably, it's hard to tell if they're lying, isn't it? If they're not lying, I'd be just inclined to play that forehand under his own with a bit of pace. Jams it for a 3. Don't think he can get through for that nasty jack contact.
Backs himself on the other side, which looks risky.
To the backhand.
One down.
It in. Oof.
Are we going through?
The way he played that, you must assume Blue's line the shot, otherwise you'd have been a bit quicker, wouldn't you?
At the shot here.
Even slipping by here's good.
Yep. Blue it is. Single. 14-9 now for Kevin and Stuart. 5 ends remaining.
Couple of tons. Yeah. How's short of the Dutch? 8 inches for the Dutch. Not quick enough.
Close again, Gordon. Slap.
Just while this ends building up. Over on rank 4 again, quarterfinals of the gents pairs. After 11 ends, Overton and Waterloo lead Fortrose and Rosemarkie by 13 shots to 7. On rank 3 again after 12 ends, Rothy Norman lead Camelin by 12 shots to 10. And on rank 1 after 12 ends, Hillside lead Kirkliston by 12 shots to 8.
Making the trip, so it must be very close. Well played, sir. Yep, well done. Finish well.
Maybe 2. One, maybe 2.
Kevin look at match it. And if he just gets to it and releases the jack slightly, won't be disappointed with that result.
3 good balls.
Another one waiting, yeah. Well, another bite at the apple. A massive correction needed. Still staying on the inside of the mat. It's narrower. Is he quicker? He is.
Just drops at the death, doesn't it?
Yeah, he played a good line. He just slightly increased the pace, which just kept him away from the jack.
He's built a good head though.
He has. I mean, with the lead, 14-9, all you do is keep packing the head out, don't you? Pack the head out, play a little bit more of a defensive game. Just let the ends tick away.
Yeah, it's too early to go all out defence, but but point taken. Match bowl for bowl, avoid losing counts. 4 ends to play. you score on 2 of the 4, sorry, 5 ends to play, including this one, then you give yourself the best opportunity.
Elliot just needs to draw down to the wall of red balls, count another, finish really, really well.
And it's not an easy head for Elliot to play to, actually. Holds a really good one. Could draw another one and frame it. This has to be near.
It's flirting with it. I mean, ideally, if Elliot can just flick the jack ever so slightly the other side of the ball, as he goes past, that'd be very good.
He's close here.
Nice little flick
like
now. There you go. Take his earpiece out now. Played that exceptionally well. Really good pace. Lies a pair.
He's certainly closed down the big opportunity, hasn't he? This type of shot might suit Stuart's balls here. Bigger swing.
Bigger swing. We've seen a lot of balls miss wide with pace on this hand in this direction, haven't we? An awful lot.
It's not just this rink, Jason, that's Northfield Greens for you. Not that there's anything wrong with the surface, that's just a characteristic of here. They finish late.
Another. Oh, he's been a little bit unlucky, one turn too many. Still got to be played though, but had he just stayed another turn the other side would have been absolutely brilliant. It's making him chop and change his hands, sometimes that's good.
He's playing for second shot here, really. I mean, to be fair, if he stops on the back one,
change a hand, change a pace.
Stop speaking there, because that kind of surprised me being that short.
Well, a big chance. Just makes another count.
You know, a foot short's a good ball here.
Well,
narrows the target, doesn't it, really?
It does, like I say, it probably forces him. Does it force him back to the backhand? I mean, the draw, the forehand draw is there. I think it's a better hand, the forehand. If he gets to the nearest white ball, that'll be shot. The danger is turning the other white ball in for a 4. The backhand, well, we've seen what happens on that backhand if you're chasing. There's not been a lot of success on it.
Yeah, I think the temptation is to play it with a yard by, and I think if he does that, it'll hang off. I think he's almost got to back himself to play dead weight draw.
What's the body language?
Needs to be dead weight draw from there.
All wide, isn't he? Ooh, good 3 here for Ross and Elliot. Can't see them getting that front ball in.
Game on.
Yeah, back in it. 2 adrift, 4 to play. A good picture of the main green here. A green.
Yeah, green 8. Championship green, as they call it.
I quite like D green. I think that green used to play when I played on it a few times. I thought that played okay. Far corner, isn't it? D green.
Yeah.
Mr. Gourlay said that was one of his favourite greens. He reminisces about a certain rink on it. think I've heard the story 4 times. I'll just let him tell it me all the time.
Chance for Ross to step in.
Yeah, he's certainly let him off after his first, hasn't he? Give him another chance. Nearly 2 feet down, just played to miss it.
Yeah, but interestingly, that distance away has been good enough for a shot on a lot of ends coming this way. Great line for his balls.
Well, again, still chances here just to dominate this head position. You know, there's only one ball close. Just close it down quickly.
Try and drop inside that last goal. It's still there, yeah.
That's colourful behind, isn't it? The orange there.
It's the East Lothian Supporters Club.
Be brave to wear orange. In for second.
Think he'll stick to the backhand?
Well, forehand's open, isn't it? But I think he will stick with a backhand. Big solid turn.
It's the shot, I would think.
Close, isn't it?
Pretty sure that's not what he played, but he'll be happy with it.
No one's down anyway, so I play that. Still hold one. Let's go. There, I think now. Shots against it. Hold. Just got to drop inside that. That can hopefully keep you off it.
Take that road, Kev. Can you go back? Just a here, mate.
Get. Good weight.
Well, one blue, I'd say. I think that wing red ball is probably second. Hard, isn't it? There's no. It's all a bit risky at the same time. But when you're chasing, you don't want to start turning them in.
Probably the shot.
Red onto blue. Corner of it onto the jack. Yard up. Big yard.
Higher this time.
Whoa.
Good weight, no.
One turn on my front one does.
Elliot's got quite a wide window of opportunity to get in here with tidy weight down that backhand side.
Better be the ball underneath than a ball wide, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Is he far enough?
Just on top side, isn't it?
Yeah, just didn't get the weight, was he? Got a lot of danger for just arriving with this.
Full draw. Turn the black one once, drop under for the shot.
3 more ends to go after this one.
Try this time. Try this time, Kev. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry.
Couple yards.
Top side again, I think.
Yes. Right. So 1, 2, Ross and Elliot. 14-13 is the score after 14 ends.
Measuring for shot. I thought they'd conceded one
I thought
there.
they conceded he kicked something, didn't it? Oh, I
I need to bring that back a bit.
can spoil my scorecard now if she turns that red disc out.
Turn your ball fire onto the jack on.
Ain't easy.
I better just go.
Yeah, if you can see that from here, I've no idea where they're measuring it. One blue.
Yep, 14-13. 3 ends to play. Matt back up the rink. Probably 3 yards. They have us slightly short of the tee.
It's quite fair if I'm reaching up the ball with stuff anyway.
So definitely in at the business end of this one. 3 to play, 1 in the game.
Something just catching his eye.
That's it.
A lot of people moving about the venue. Lots of interesting ties, so people will just flick between one green to another, especially as the games are coming to an end. It affects some people and doesn't affect others, doesn't it? It's strange. I think that the movement. I play a lot of crown green, so I have people walking in front of me and across me all the time. So it doesn't really affect me. On an outdoor green, it doesn't affect me. Indoors, it affects me a little bit more, which is strange. But outdoors, it doesn't bother me.
I used to hate it, but it's one of those. I think it affects you more when you're losing than when you're winning.
Yes, it's subconsciously, isn't it? There's a lot of people in the venue. You can't wait for everybody to stand still.
Good takes either side, it's alright, but it just obviously looks so much better, it changed straight away.
It's a good start. Good again.
He is. Well played.
It's a great line if he's got the right weight.
Really played this, you know. Excellent. Yeah, well played. Yeah. Back to the forehand underneath the front bowls. Lift it away.
Well done, Gary!
Can't see, just nipped it. Good effort though. Finished pretty good as well, hasn't wasted it.
Tighter side of the line. It's maybe a good hole.
I don't think it's too bad there. One either side. Bit too quick for what he needs there, really.
A bit keen, I think.
Because if he doesn't get it exactly full, that jack could spin around anyway, couldn't it? I mean, 4 feet maximum.
Yeah, I think with more control, he's got a great opportunity to score 2 or 3.
Come on, you kid.
There you go, pal. There you go.
Again, Dave. Go play it. Same shot.
Again, too quick.
Tip your own down.
Right, think about this. Steady the ship. Turn that ball away. Big yard. Makes a 3.
Anytime now. Anytime now. Good catch. Yours, time.
That's the come.
Well, this is going to make Stuart think about this now. There's 2 down that bottom corner. This is where sometimes it's hard to judge what someone's going to play. You'd think that's safe all day long down there, but looking at their intentions, I'd probably just throw one deep just in case he gets that funny result where he does hit one really hard onto the jack, drops the 3.
I think that's what he's indicating here. I think he is going to try and go deep just to give himself some cover. But I think if you're in Elliott's shoes now, I think you've got a question. You've tried that 3 times, and with the best of respects, he's not been anywhere near it. So, what's your plan B? Because you're going to kick yourself if you miss it 4 times.
Yep. 4 times playing the same pace. That's the issue. Like you say,
Yeah.
they always say you miss it for a reason, don't it? So, at what point do you change? You've got to change. For me, 2 balls maximum, and then change something. Whether you change the shot or change the pace, you've got to change something.
I understand 100% why he's playing it, because he's chasing a 2 or a 3, isn't he? But, you know, 1 at this stage is good, and the last thing he wants to do is move this into a vulnerable position where he gives Stuart almost free shooting for 3.
If he jams if he plays quick and jams the jack down the back here 2 yards, he could be losing a 3, maybe a 4. He just needs to just play up. If he plays the right pace, if he's just slightly wide of the target and lands the blue ball onto the jack, he could get a 2 that way as well. You know, if he plays good pace, even if he misses what he's going for, it's making it really hard to score more than 1 for his opposition.
His best chance now might be on the other side and on the narrow side off the blue one onto the red. The danger is he is going to leave it quite open.
One down's not a massive disaster at this stage of the game.
No, and the opportunity to add another is, you know, tight. You know, if you're Stuart and you've got last ball, of course you'll try and draw that, but it's not an easy draw. So sticking with the same hand.
Hold! Hold! Just one in again.
Now, I don't think you go for that. Has he got another ball? I don't think you'll go for it, but that ball's very lonely in there.
Would you go for it? What's the danger?
What's the back position like? We can't
Takes
see
that ball
this
out,
from
that's
here.
game over, really, isn't it? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
His back position's actually not bad. The blue only look as if they've got 2 balls in the green.
If you're going to play it, you play it quick on the forehand. If you're going to miss, you miss wide. I don't know these 2 players. I mean, are they take a chance? Or?
Well, what?
Not sure exactly what's right at the back of this ring.
So, I guess if you look at it this way, if he whips his one out and he loses 1,
Yep.
then he still has to score on the last 2 ends to win the match.
But even if he plays underneath and nearly whips his own out, he's always got that chance of going back to it.
There's more blue balls at the back there that we couldn't see on camera, so the risk is higher if the jack goes back.
I like that way. You can't see Jack.
I mean, it's a long way from the ditch, isn't it? I mean, there's a chance of it killing as well. I mean, there's no respots, is there?
Sure, however you see it.
Thing is, by the time you get back to the mat, you've got to be 100% certain which of the 2 shots you're going to play, aren't you? You don't want to be on the mat still deciding, am I drawing, am I taking a chance? He should know now in his mind what he's playing already.
That's the way his balls swing, he could play this with 2 yards pace on the backhand side and get down to the blue ball, playing the 4.
Inside edge of the mat. Could be playing this, you know.
Do I
Safe
shot.
side. Yeah, safe
shot.
side. So on to red. Kevin and Stuart. 15-13 lead. That's two ends. Looks like the quarter final on the far rink, number 5. I think looks like that one's finished.
Chance to add another one. Line up here. Make it 3.
Yeah, that's I've only got fucking a shot, to be honest. Cheers. He's on that side. I was like, stop.
Got it now.
Up to you. Stick yard. You're in, though. Right.
Probably there now.
Now. Again. Right. Okay.
Give time, mate. Oh, they've got 2 feet.
Quite a few shot balls played in this game, hasn't there?
A lot of the heads have built up this way, Jason, haven't they? Where, you know, balls a couple of feet to 18 inches away have been in contention.
One change. Oh, there, look. Go short, get to that. Stop, pal. Come on. Come on, hurry. Hurry, though.
Keep it on. You're turning your own in now, just fading inside.
Okay, Kyle. Up, pal.
Reminiscent of the first few ends, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually, it's not straightforward for skips to draw in.
Wowzers.
A nervy one.
Yep, there'll be a little bit of that as well, won't there? Place in the semi-final at stake.
Yeah, a medal at stake in these games, isn't it? hold that line. Needs it square.
Thinner than that.
It's about all he's got there, actually.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder now with the hand he's playing.
Hey, pal. Hi again. No, you're tight that time.
Quite happy with that.
Underneath for sure.
One down, exact same bill as your last.
Got another in round.
Hurry, Kev. Hurry, Kev. Hurry, hurry.
Players do.
Oh, never.
Open up your fight, mate.
On the road for one.
It's time.
It's got to look good there now.
You feel that, John, yourself.
Narrow side again.
It's one red, isn't it, I think?
In there's good. That's good. The white's even good. You're trying to get down in this area. Hurry, Kev.
Stuart's got to try and add here.
Well played.
It's well played.
Well played.
Tough now.
It's a couple of options. Play the ball or jack on the backhand or the forehand.
Yeah. The trouble now is that the plant on the backhand side sends his own blue one away from the jack. And he could find himself a poor result. 4 down.
He drags the jack down the forehand, comes with it 3. Can be slightly underneath, gets a touch off the front.
Yeah, he could do.
He's underneath, he gets at least rid of one of them, doesn't he? Sticking with
Is he going quick here?
he's going to the forehand, is he?
Got one.
Got the hole. It's a little bit unlucky to find the hole out of all them balls there, but it's going to be dropping a pair. So it's going to be 17, 13.
4 shot.
Yeah, 4 shots.
Lead going up the last. Never say never.
So a lot of pressure on the lead now. Ross is going to be looking at getting them as close as possible. And it'll be over to Elliott to try and conjure something up. 4 would be okay to force a tie-break end. Had 2 4s in this game so far, 1 each.
Hurry. There's a gain of that in.
It's an interesting line.
He's done his job so far, hasn't he? You know, that's 2 out of the 4 needed, just somewhere in that area. Maybe hoping Kevin has another skew with one.
For short for Kevin. He's got to be up and through. Dead weight is okay.
Well, 3 out of 3. One of these ends, though, it's going to take that really one monster bowl just to completely destroy everything, isn't it? So looking to get to that last bowl.
If he's clear.
Wants to bend. Wants to bend.
Just the extra yard held them off, but 50% of the job done, you would imagine.
Yep, I'm like, well, 50% from you, Elliot, and we're laughing.
He'll be desperate to tidy this up with his first delivery.
Same, mate. Bounced away.
Not overly wide. Can win on the inside as well with good pace. Doesn't want to contact. 18 inches short of what he needed.
Yeah, it's not enough for a shot.
Short again.
That's going to force to the other side.
Doesn't want to block that hole at the front for the 2 bowls. Plays through the hole, lands on the shot bowl. Solid, that make a 4 that way.
Bit of adrenaline behind that one, maybe. Just needs to play this as a draw, Jason, I think, and hope to slip underneath the white ball.
The trouble is he needs to make both count. That's the
Yeah.
problem, and he's struggled so far. I'd be inclined to play that shot. He's going to be forced to play it now.
Strange, because we saw Jason and Ian on this rink earlier, getting a good swing out of that hand.
Yeah.
Could be a difference in the bowls, who knows? Clear line and just about draws us.
I think that's enough for game.
I think that makes his mind up. He probably has to kill the end. Go again.
Oh, this to stay in it. Hasn't hit much today, unfortunately, and that's going to be the case with that important last ball. So it looks like it's going to be a single for Ross and Elliot, and it's going to be a win for Kevin and Stuart from the Gordon Bowling Club, 17 shots to 14, and they're going to put themselves into the semi-final of this gentleman's pairs. So let's have a look what we have for the rest of the day then. Well, we've just got one more game. That's at 3:30. That's going to be the ladies singles quarter-final. Last year's winner, Emma Mitchell, takes on Jacqueline Neal. We'll be back with you at 3:30. Until then, it's bye-bye for now.